Good evening and welcome to ENN. I'm Brian Wilk.
And I'm Erica Hughes.
We reported early last semester that dining services had set up a deal with national chain Wow Cafe and Wingery to provide a new culinary option for students. Well, the time has come as the Wingery has opened in the Student Center. Open every day except Saturday, Wow sells chicken wings in single servings to party-sized quantities. Add that to the only place on campus to get mozzarella sticks and chicken sandwiches on Texas toast, and students now have a superior alternative to the same old found on the rest of the campus.
A 50-foot mural illustrating one of the most important times in our nation's history is now on display in the library. Forever Free, Abraham Lincoln's journey to emancipation is a timeline that depicts our 16th president's fight for the freedom of slaves from his humble beginnings all the way to his death after the Civil War. Along with Lincoln's accomplishments, the mural tells a grim tale of slavery's beginnings in America, as well as depicting the Declaration of Independence, the 1787 draft of the U.S. Constitution, Lincoln's election in 1860, the Civil War's beginnings in 1861, and Lincoln's assassination in 1865. The portable mural was organized by the Huntington Library in San Marino, California, and the Gilder Lehrman Institution of American History.
The campus police station moved to a new location over break. Previously located in Early Hall, the station now sits at the corner of Route 6N and Scotland Road. The new building is better able to accommodate students with disabilities and includes more high-tech features that will enable officers to continue keeping the campus safe. While parts of the building are still under construction, there will be an open house when everything is complete. For more information on the station, type University Police into the search box on the Edinboro website homepage.
As you all know, there has always been significant interest in the human missing link. But what about the lobster's missing link? Our own Patrick Nuzzo sat down with Dr. Dale Schutte to discuss his breakthrough discovery.
My ambition as a kid was to be a marine biologist. I really didn't have too much interest in rocks growing up. My interest was in critters that lived in lakes and streams and the ocean when I could get there. I did go off to college as a freshman to be a marine biologist, but a long story, ended up changing my major to marine geology. So I went on to get my degrees in geology, but I found my way back into marine biology via paleontology, again, because it's half bio and half geo. Basically it. What we had prior to the discovery of this new species is this. We have some ancient ancestors of these, and let's just say those are the red ones, and they're down here in time. They're about 70 million years old. We also have living descendants of those red ones, if you will. Those are up here in time. These are today, and we can just call these blue ones. Okay, the new fossil species, we would say, is a purple one right here in time, in between the really ancient red ones and the still living blue ones. We step back and say, what does it all mean? So what? It's a new species. So what? You have a tree. We stand back and we say, look at this tree, and we see various evolutionary phenomena in that tree, and we can say, so, hypothetically, so there again, here's the phenomenon that we call convergent evolution. Here it is in this tree. So we work at various levels, we would say various taxonomic levels, species, genus, all the way up through class and phylum. And I think most paleontologists do this. We are constantly working in the low level, sort of in the trenches, describing any one species at a time, but we're also looking for the big picture all the time. A more complete, more accurate interpretation of the big picture. So that's what I plan on doing research-wise for the next several years.
Students got the chance to donate a little piece of themselves to the community. The Community Blood Bank visited campus this week. The Community Blood Bank encourages students to donate, ensuring that all the blood collected stays in the surrounding community for those who need it. The Community Blood Bank collected nearly 80 pints of blood and, as always, will return to campus later this spring.
Extremely cold temperatures were to blame for a couple of issues as the spring 2011 semester got underway. Most interesting, a mere week into classes, we received our first 2-hour delay as the majority of the borough was left without electrical power. Furthermore, a burst pipe temporarily closed the multi-purpose room in the Student Center, and a similar occurrence in the lobby of the ever-faulty Highlands buildings displaced residents for 2 hours Monday evening. As winter rages on, it is important to be prepared for anything here at Edinboro.
We'll be right back with Dorian Churn to enlighten us on what we expect in the tundra, as we know as Edinboro.
The rainbow, my pot of gold, your daddy's little girl, till heaven home. God bless.
It's easy to tell if you've had way too many. But what if you've had just one too many? Buzz driving is drunk driving.
No, what'd she say?
She said whatever.
No, she says that all the time.
What's that?
Hello? I'm on the phone.
Mom, I'm on the phone!
Hello? I'm on the phone.
Who's this? It's me. I'm on the phone. Mom.
Oh, you're on the phone. All right. Sorry.
Anyway.
Who are you talking to? Kelly?
Mom.
All right.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who would love to put up with you.
This house was almost saved from a fire that was almost put out by neighbors who almost volunteered. As generous a nation as we are, sometimes instead of giving, we almost give. But almost giving is the same as not giving at all.
Natural resource that exists everywhere on the planet that could help end poverty. Yet it's been largely ignored. That resource is women. In many of the world's poorest communities, their potential often remains untapped.
I am powerful.
I am powerful.
It's a source of power the world can no longer afford to overlook. She has the power to change her world. You have the power to help her do it.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Chief Weather Forecaster Dorian Churn with this week's weather forecast. Let's start on Monday with snow in the forecast, highs 19 with a low of 11. Tuesday, we're repeating the same thing as Monday. Snow showers in the area, highs 14 with a low of 10. We're getting a little colder, guys. In the middle of the week, hump day, Wednesday, more snow showers in the forecast, highs 13 with a low of 7. Oh, we're getting cold, folks. Thursday, same thing as earlier in the week with snow showers likely, high 17, but we're a little warmer at night with the low of 14. And Friday, oh, thank you, no more snow. We got cloudy skies with a high of 21 with a low of 9. And today's trivia question is, can it snow from clear skies? A, yes, B, no, C, maybe, D, can I phone a friend? And today's answer is yes, when it is single digits or colder. So remember, guys, we can get snow even if it's clear skies, but remember, when it's clear skies, it gets colder. I'm Dorian Churn, Chief Weather Forecaster for ENN with this week's weather forecast.
Welcome back, Edinboro. I'm Pat Nuzzo, taking over sports for Mike Keenest, who was elected the coolest person in the universe by President Barack Hussein Obama and had to attend various World Matters for the semester. Start things off with the men's and women's basketball team. Both were in action last night against IUP. The Lady Scots hit the court first and unfortunately hit it hard as they dropped their first PSAC match of the season. The game started with Edinboro having a 1-point lead due to a technical foul before the game, but it was the only lead the Lady Scots would have. With only 10:28 to go in the first half, IUP was already up 24-3. This was the story for most of the game as IUP continued to dominate up and down the court. At the end of the half, the Scots found themselves down 37-16. They managed to tighten up the score in the second half, but time was not on their side as the game ended with a 69-56 loss. The silver lining, however, may be that the Scots almost managed to close the first half gap. Around 8 o'clock, the men's team took the court. As if facing last year's NCAA runner-up wasn't hard enough, The Scots were without third leading scorer Byron Knight, who was sidelined due to an illness. The first half was very tight with 11 ties and 7 lead changes. With a little over 12 minutes remaining in the first half, Edinboro held its largest lead of the night with a score of 17-12. IUP then rallied back to regain a halftime lead of 37-33. IUP then jumped out to a 12-point lead early in the second half and never looked back. Edinboro's rallies fell short as the Crimson Hawks won 86-71. The now 10-9 men's team and 14-3 women's team face Slippery Rock at home starting at 1 p.m. on Saturday, so be sure to come out and cheer on your Fighting Scots in Macomb Fieldhouse. The men's and women's swimming team were also in action this past week with a double meet against Clarion and Gannon. Both teams defeated Gannon but were not able to pull past Clarion. Zach Clifford, who was named the PSAC Men's Swimming Athlete of the Week, posted an NCAA B qualifying time while winning the 100-yard backstroke, along with winning the 200-yard backstroke. Max Nigel went on to win the 200-yard butterfly, while Ron Sestak took first in the 50-yard freestyle. For the women, Kate Marshner won the 200-yard breaststroke and the 100-yard backstroke. The women's team is now 4-4, and the men are now 2-4. Their next 2 meets are at Allegheny and Penn State Barron. And finally, in wrestling, the Fighting Scots are coming off of a double win against Eastern Michigan and Lock Haven. These wins gave Coach Tim Flynn his 150th career victory as a Scot and puts the team at 6-8-1 overall. Chris Honeycutt, Torsten Gillespie, Sean Fedone, and Eric Morrill all remain nationally ranked in the top 20 in their respective weight classes. The team travels to face Bloomsburg and then returns for a Saturday night match against Cleveland State at 7 p.m. Hopefully we'll see all you guys out for a full day of basketball, wrestling, and support your Fighting Scots. For ENN Sports, I'm Pat Nuzzo.
All right, this is going to complete our ENN newscast. So, Dorian, any last words on weather?
It's just Edinboro winter, folks. Bundle up, you'll be fine. That's it.
World of sports.
Stay tuned next week. We're going to have a Super Bowl preview, and Dorian's going to have his Super Bowl weather forecast for you guys, even though the roof of the stadium's going to be closed.
Yeah.
So.
Alrighty, for myself, Dorian Churn, Pat Nuzzo, and Erica Hughes, thank you, good night, and God bless America.